Hello and welcome to Mr. Walton's physics lessons. By the end of the lesson you should be able to describe the structure of an atom, define the atomic number and mass number, and describe what an isotope is. As you will know from your chemistry lessons, atoms are made from three different particles called neutrons, protons and electrons. Protons and neutrons are found in the center of the atom. This is known as the nucleus. The electrons orbit around the outside of the nucleus. For your exam you'll need to know the relative masses and charges of these particles. The relative mass of a proton is 1. The mass of a neutron is virtually the same as a proton, so its relative mass is also 1. The relative mass of an electron is 1/2000th, meaning they have about 2,000 times less mass than a proton or neutron. Protons have a relative charge of +1. Neutrons are neutral, so have charge of 0. Electrons have a charge of -1. The atomic number of a nucleus is the number of protons it contains. This is also known as the proton number. Atoms of the same element will have the same number of protons. The atomic number is shown with the symbol Z, the lower number next to the chemical symbol. The atomic mass or mass number of a nucleus is the total number of protons and neutrons it contains. This is shown with the symbol A, the upper number next to the chemical symbol. Let's look at an example. Lithium is shown on the periodic table with the numbers shown here. How many neutrons, protons and electrons are in this lithium atom? The atomic number, shown at the bottom of the chemical symbol, is 3. This is the same as the number of protons, so that's also 3. The mass number, shown at the top of the chemical symbol, is 7, which tells us the total number of protons plus neutrons. As we already know, there are 3 protons. Subtracting the atomic number, 3, from the mass number, 7, gives the number of neutrons is 4. To find the number of electrons in the atom, we need to remember that protons have a relative charge of +1 and electrons have a relative charge of -1. As the atom has a neutral charge, the number of positive protons must be the same as the number of negative electrons. So lithium must have 3 electrons. Now try these examples yourself. How many neutrons, protons and electrons are in these atoms? Pause the lesson and restart when you're ready to check your answers. Let's check your answers. Remember, the lower number is the number of protons. The number of electrons should be the same as the number of protons, so that the overall charge on the atom is neutral. And the number of neutrons is the atomic mass minus the atomic number. If you had any problems with these, please go back and go over the lesson again. Isotopes are atoms of the same element, so they have the same number of protons, but with a different number of neutrons. Most carbon atoms have a mass number of 12 and an atomic number of 6, so they have 6 protons and 6 neutrons. But a small number of carbon atoms in any sample will have a mass number of 13 or 14. Meaning they still have 6 protons but 7 or 8 neutrons. To summarize, the atomic number of a nucleus represents the number of protons it contains. The atomic mass is the total number of protons plus neutrons in the nucleus. And the number of electrons in an atom is the same as the number of protons. Finally, isotopes are atoms with the same number of protons but a different number of neutrons. If you found this lesson useful, please give it a like and subscribe to see future lessons. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.